Imagine waking up one morning, stretching, checking your phone, just another day. But something feels off. The air is colder, the world seems eerily quiet. You glance out the window, expecting the warm golden glow of the rising sun. But instead, darkness. The sky is pitch black. The sun is gone. At first, no one panics. Maybe it's just an eclipse. Maybe a strange cosmic phenomenon. Scientists scramble to find an explanation. Governments issue cautious statements. But then the realization sinks in. The sun has truly vanished. No more dawns, no more sunsets, no more light, no more warmth. But here's where things get even stranger. For exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, everything seems normal. That's because the sun's light, traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second, still reaches Earth during this short window. For 8 minutes, we live in blissful ignorance. The world plunges into an absolute infinite darkness. The moon, once glowing in the night sky, disappears, no longer reflecting the sun's rays. The stars remain, but their cold, distant light does nothing to comfort us. Cities glow for a while. Streetlights, car headlights, neon signs flickering, but something feels profoundly wrong. And then, gravity stops working. You see, the sun doesn't just give us light, it keeps us in orbit. Without it, Earth is no longer tethered, no longer anchored to its predictable path around our star. But here's the terrifying part. Just like light, gravity doesn't work instantly. It also takes 8 minutes for the effects to reach us. So for those 8 minutes, Earth keeps spinning like nothing happened. Then suddenly, without warning, we are free floating through space. At first, Earth moves in a straight line, still rotating, still following the direction it was heading when the sun disappeared. But space is chaotic. Rogue planets, deadly cosmic radiation, black holes. We are now a wandering rock, drifting through an endless, merciless void. And that's when the real nightmare begins. The descent into cold and chaos. Within a single day, global temperatures drop dramatically. Without the sun's warmth, the air begins to cool. The average temperature on Earth starts falling by degrees every hour, and within a week, the surface of the planet has plunged to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Cities are still powered for now, but the grid is unstable. Plants, deprived of sunlight, stop photosynthesizing, gasping their final breaths. Oxygen levels won't plummet immediately. Our atmosphere can sustain us for a while, but the balance of life is already crumbling. By 1 month, temperatures drop to minus 40 degrees Celsius, minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Oceans, which once covered 70% of Earth's surface, begin to freeze over from the top down. At first, a thin layer of ice forms, but it thickens rapidly. Animals struggle, food becomes scarce. The power grid fails as fuel supplies dwindle. Without the sun, there is no solar power, no wind power, only fossil fuels and nuclear energy keep the last pockets of civilization alive. By 6 months, we are facing the harshest winter in Earth's history. Minus 100 degrees Celsius, minus 148 degrees Fahrenheit. The surface becomes uninhabitable. Cities are ghost towns buried in ice. Most life is extinct. The only chance of survival? Going underground. Deep beneath the surface, geothermal heat still exists. The Earth's core, a seething ball of molten metal, remains hot for billions of years. And so, the last remnants of humanity dig. Underground bunkers, tunnels, entire subterranean cities begin to emerge, powered by nuclear reactors and hydrothermal vents. The world above is a frozen wasteland. Ice sheets stretch for miles, covering skyscrapers and swallowing continents. The oceans, though frozen on the surface, still hide liquid water at the deepest depths, near hydrothermal vents. And where there is liquid water, there is life. Microorganisms, ancient bacteria, somehow they endure. They adapt to this new, sunless world, feeding off chemical energy instead of sunlight. over millions of years. Could they evolve into something new? Could life, once again, rise from the darkness? But what happens next? Earth is no longer in orbit. It drifts endlessly through space, a wandering planet. It may float for millions of years, its surface frozen solid, its atmosphere collapsing, until one day, something happens. Pursue. One possibility: Earth is captured by a new star. A young fiery sun in some distant galaxy might pull our planet into its orbit. If this happened before Earth freezes completely, the ice might melt, and the planet could become habitable once more. But would humans still exist to see it? Would intelligent life ever rise again? Or would our planet simply become a silent tomb, a lost relic of a forgotten civilization, drifting in the vast, uncaring universe? As terrifying as this scenario is, there's good news. The sun isn't going anywhere for another 5 billion years. We still have time. But this thought experiment reminds us of just how fragile our existence is, how much we depend on that one glowing sphere in the sky. So next time you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, next time you see a sunrise or a golden sunset, just remember, without it, we wouldn't exist.